thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. It's fire.
As we go on, we remember all the times we spent together. As our lives change,
day can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang where the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
I'd like to now introduce our Nanuet Senior High School class president for the class of 2020, Aiden Preston.
Good afternoon, class of 2020. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you, students, friends, family, and faculty, to this year's graduation ceremony. Congratulations, we finally made it to the finish. I never knew we'd make it this far. It feels bizarre. It feels like only yesterday we were on the Highview playground with not a care in the world. Now that we're graduating, it has me thinking, where did our last 4 years go? From ditching class to buy pencils at the book fair, to ditching class to buy muffins from the school store, it's been a long road from our days in Miller to Highview to Barr and finally to the high school. And though it's not the way we expected to graduate, it doesn't take away from what we've accomplished. First, I would like to thank all of you for your support these past years, from our teachers, from our parents, and most importantly, from each other. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to lead such a bright and successful class. With a class full of passions, our artists, athletes, creatives, and musicians, it's hard not to be proud of what we've accomplished. We are constantly showing off what we can do both on and off the field. Our musical talents, brown jug victories, and our skilled academic team are just a few small examples of the range of talent our grade will use to find success in the near future. Graduation may be the end of high school, but it is only the beginning for us to find our own journeys for success. Right now, I know it's tough to think about the future. It's times like these where we deserve to enjoy the rewards of our hard work and perseverance throughout all of high school. We were always the guinea pig class, challenged to try new things, find new solutions, change this, change that. Change has been our classmate for as long as we've been learning. We've been given a unique set of skills unlike any other class to problem solve and find solutions. We were the first class to experience a lot of new things, like a homecoming week and online courses. We were equipped with the tools to overcome large-scale problems and brush it off like it was no big deal. Despite our current situation, this experience will teach us more about the world than we could ever hope to know. So keep your heads up. This is only the beginning for us all.
Good evening. I would like to thank the Board of Education, Dr. McCahill, Dr. Fox, my fellow administrators, my fellow teachers, nurses, secretarial staff, custodial staff, parents, guardians, community members for the support and trust you've provided. Most of all, I would like to thank the graduates. Class of 2020, your class is making history. Your actions and reactions, your reflections and ideas, your resilience and hope are shaping the future. You are the future. For most of you, this is the conclusion of a K-12 school career in the Nanuet Public Schools. Please know that our mission as a district is focused on the goals that you have developed and continue to develop in your life. As you graduate, please be reminded of your journey and draw strength and confidence from your accomplishments and resilience. There is diversity of goals in the class of 2020. The diversity of your goals is matched by the diversity of your talents and interests. Class of 2020, you may have many options, but remember the foundation you received at home and in our schools as you move forward. Do not be afraid to challenge yourself and dream, but please try to stay present in the moment and make connections. What I will remember most about the class of 2020 is the pride you share in being a Golden Knight, your positive outlook and your resilience. This was never more evident than now. As you embark on the next chapter of life, you can draw strength from your experiences. Your class will forever have a special bond. We often use the word family in our vocabulary at Nanuet High School, and this is because of you. Thank you for all you have done for our school community. Please remember, while graduation is the end of your high school career, it is not the finish line. It is the starting line. As you look forward, look to the time you spent in Nanuet as a foundation for your future. We hope that you have developed the desire to be productive citizens in a changing, complex, and interdependent world. We also hope that you continue to take time to be mindful of those around you and contribute your talent to your community and society. Live in the moment as much as possible and enjoy the journey. Thank you for all you have done for our school community. It has been an honor working with you.
Yeah.
I'd like to now introduce our salutatorian for the class of 2020, Carol Sal.
Hello, family, friends, teachers, administrators, and fellow members of the class of 2020. Congratulations, class of 2020. We finally made it. This is especially true considering all the things that have happened this year. Of course, this is nothing any of us could have imagined as the ending to our senior year or our journey in Nanuet as a whole. I'm sure this pandemic has hit hard for many of you, whether that be in terms of the physical well-being of anyone around you or the mental well-being. Although many celebrations have been canceled or postponed, that does not mean this is any less of a celebratory moment. Of course, this isn't the special moment all of us had expected. This moment, this month, this year is surely one for the history books. Thank you to all the people who made this possible, both this year's virtual celebration and the family, friends, staff, and teachers who have always cheered for us behind the scenes. With that said, this speech was hours in the making. I sat in front of my computer, staring at the page, wondering what exactly I was meant to say. What exactly is a speech meant to achieve? I realized that I've never faced such a task with such free rein. I had no guidelines, no prompt, and no restrictions on what I could say. So I thought of the key points I wanted to convey through this speech, and what I wanted people to take away from it. I came to one conclusion. If you only take away one thing from this speech, let it be the fact that you should always have goals and objectives to reach for. Throughout my life, I was lucky enough to always know what I wanted, whether that be as a child asking for candy, or the me now taking the first steps towards my future career path. I live by my goals and objectives. And what I've realized is that because I have a mark I want to reach, I have more self-motivation. Of course, that's easier said than done. And of course, this is extremely dependent upon the individual. However, even short-term goals are scientifically proven to raise one's self-motivation. Even with this speech now, I am following guidelines I set for myself in order to craft a more refined and focused speech that hopefully inspires at least one person listening. All my intellectual and academic endeavors have been defined by my goals. If you know me, I've always been very strict with myself in my academics, exactly because I had a long-term vision. Of course, goals and perseverance come with obstacles, but I've never once lost sight of what I wanted for myself. Goals and objectives had made me who I am in every aspect of my life. High school was an emotional roller coaster. I speak highly of objectives, goals, and guidelines, but the one thing I cannot recall is my life objective for high school. Looking back on my high school experiences now, I've learned a lot, and although my lack of objectives didn't really hurt, they could have helped me learn many life lessons much sooner. I've always been on the more introverted side, never one to actively start a conversation. I trusted many people who ended up being undeserving of my trust. Without any guidelines, I went through a lot of needless drama any average high school experience entails, as I'm sure many of you have as well. I dropped some friends, made new friends, and kept some friends. I learned that the foundation of a relationship relies on trust, that people are a fickle race in good ways and bad, but also about the white lies and the not so white lies that come with a relationship. I learned that relationships are almost like a gamble, where the currency is trust. I've suffered the consequences of misplaced trust. I've learned who I can rely on and who I can't. And that's what high school is all about, experiencing those emotions. All these life lessons I learned in high school have emotionally prepared me for the college, as I hope many of you are as well. I hope you make objectives for your relationships in the future with what you've all learned in high school. Perhaps some guidelines or objectives may have saved me some of the sadness I felt in some of my relationships and filled that gap with happiness instead. Goals and objectives lead to a brighter future for anyone, no matter what scenario you find yourself in or what circumstances you may come across in the future. Keep your goals in mind and look forward, and find the motivation within yourself to strive for whatever your heart desires. Just remember, in the words of C.S. Lewis, you are never too old to set a new goal or to dream a new dream. Congratulations, class of 2020. We've graduated.
I'd like to now introduce our valedictorian for the class of 2020, Alex Nikach.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the class of 2020, I'd like to thank all of the people that have made for an unforgettable 4 years of high school at Nanuet. Thank you to the Board of Education for working cooperatively to bring Nanuet to new heights of education and innovation. Thank you, Dr. McCahill, Mr. Mahoney, and Mrs. DeGraw, and all of administration for working tirelessly, providing oversight, and making decisions for the benefit of the students. Thank you to the teachers and faculty who go above and beyond to not only educate us, but guide us, and help us build interpersonal relationships that will last beyond high school. Thank you to all other members of the Nanuet staff that have worked long hours in an effort to coordinate our lives. And a special shout out to our secretaries, Gina, Mrs. Flynn, and Mrs. Moore, who told me good job after every time I made the morning announcements, which made me feel confident only until I opened Snapchat to see all the recordings my friends sent me of my brilliant, monotone performances. And finally, thank you to the families, parents, and guardians who support us day in and day out, be it in the classroom, on the field, on the stage, or in whatever passion we choose to pursue. Thank you to my siblings who have kept me company since day one, and especially during quarantine. Thank you, Dad, for working so hard to provide for us and give us the opportunity to follow our interests. We don't take it for granted. And of course, thank you, Mom, for pretty much doing everything for me, always giving me advice and constantly reminding me to do things that otherwise I'd forget to do. I honestly don't know where I'd be without you and your constant support. I stand up here today representing the class of 2020 as valedictorian, an honor I'm proud to have received. When I ponder what defined us as a grade, there are lots of thoughts that come to mind. Some of us are astute, some are athletic, and some creative, but what defines us as a grade is our cohesiveness, our ability to unite. From freshman year to senior year, we have built unbreakable bonds with each other, bonds fortified each time we underwent a major change. And I think we can all agree that our class lived through a lot of changes. Like any class, we entered the high school a little bit flustered. We were faced with the challenge of acclimating ourselves to a new school, with new teachers, more work, and for some reason, no longer using lockers. This was typical though, so we made the proper adjustments and became high schoolers in no time. As we were preparing for sophomore year, we were met with our first big change, the block schedule. At first, the block schedule seemed like an equation that not even Mr. Campanella could explain. And I can tell you firsthand that this man loves equations. But eventually, it became a change that we all figured out and got used to. Junior year, as everyone's starting to settle into the block schedule, we are met with a couple more changes. Now we will start school an hour later, and one hallway will be shut down. We'd use the outside path to get to the cafeteria while construction went on. And slowly, our class became well-versed in the concept of change. So by the time senior year rolled around, we weren't surprised to see a few more curveballs headed our way. First, it was the parking. No more seniors could park in the bottom lot. And despite the colossal hit to our pride as very seasoned drivers, which I'm sure our parents can attest to, we got over this too. Then came 2020, the start of the new decade. Any hope that this year would yield different results was pretty much destroyed when Justin Bieber released his album in February, literally called Changes. Clearly he's a prophet because the week that album came out, we were told Spirit Week as we know it was transformed. Also, I'm currently giving a graduation speech to no audience, and you are all watching through a computer screen. So yeah, Changes is right. Now I know I sound dull and I know my humor is bland, but this isn't meant to incite pity. I'm just calling it how it is. We live in a world of trying times. And it may not seem like it, but we've been here before. For the past 4 years, we've been tasked with change after change. When the schedule changed, we adjusted. When the start time changed, we adjusted. And when Spirit Week changed, we adjusted. So now, today, when the world threatens us with unprecedented change, are we as a class going to lose hope? Are we going to harp over the fact that our senior year was cut short? Are we going to convince ourselves that the world is over when it's not? Well, yes, we're human, so of course we will, but only temporarily. Because like I said, we've been here before. Just think about these past 4 years and all the changes we've adapted to and all the success that has come out of it. The block schedule, as daunting as it was, yielded more free periods for us as seniors. The later start time, initially making us think we'd have less time in the day, really just let us sleep in an hour later in the morning. And finally, Spirit Week, a change so dramatic it had us all thinking our passion and spirit was lost. But I think most will agree the victory felt just as good celebrating this year as it did last. So what's the lesson? Well, I'd say it's that we should have hope, because no matter what the change is, the class of 2020 seems to always come out unscathed. And I'm sure some of you are thinking it's easy for me to stand up here and try to lift spirits, but I promise you it's not. I know none of us expected our senior year to end this way, but I'm urging you to have hope. Everything will work out. In some ways, this is a blessing in disguise. We've adjusted to so much change that we'll be ready for anything that heads our way in the future. Any changes during college, any tough transitions in our career, any roadblocks in our imminent relationships, we will tackle head on, just as we did in high school. We know it's coming, change is inevitable, so why not get ahead of the curve? While this current crisis stifles our world, I implore you, be hopeful. Find a passion or a hobby, explore a new area of research, get comfortable with technology, because the world is changing before us, and we need to be prepared. If you don't want to take my advice, here's some words of wisdom from Chicago's finest street poet and musical composer, Polo G. Everything could change, depends on what you do today. And he's right. Live every day to the fullest because we know things change, time and time again. It's better to make the most of what we have now. So, to my classmates, my peers, and my friends, congratulations on an amazing high school career and all you've accomplished so far. Be ready to take advantage of change because I know we're all capable. Ronald Reagan said it best. If we make up our mind what we're going to make of our lives, then work hard toward that goal, we never lose. Somehow we win out. No matter what adjustments we've had to make, the class of 2020 remained resilient, and we will continue to do so in the future. And I just wanted to close with a flashback to our 4th grade graduation, when we all got up on stage and sang a song. I'm not sure if anyone even remembers, but the song is called Agents of Change. So I guess in a way, change was destined for us, because we're having the same exact conversation 8 years later. Thank you once more to the parents and teachers who have dedicated so much time to us. We're forever grateful. And to the class of 2020, I'm so proud of all we have achieved as individuals and as a unit. But there's still a long way to go. So good luck in your prospective endeavors, and remember the lyrics to the song we sang. We are the future, we have the power, we are the agents, agents of change.
Anthony Joseph Alessi. Jessica Antonelli. Kevin S. Augustine. Srividya Babu. Kiara Marie Baez. Kiara Rosalind Barclift. Rihanna Eileen Bausta. Valton Bejta, Fiona Maureen Belford, Kelly Rose Biddleman, Julia Rose Bilsick, Sophia Maria Bauman, Evelyn Fernanda Brito Livagane, Jason Robert Burnich, Alexis Cadavera, Celia Mariela Calderon Criollo, Natalie Amaris Calvillo, Nicole Florence Cangelosi, Dominic James Caponegro, Brianna Samantha Carchi, Dominic Tomas Casetta, Connor Joseph Cassidy, Dylan Cedino, Rachel Bethany Chan, Sean Yu Shang Chen, Matthew Cheng, Hassan Chong, Sophia M. Chimino, Joseph Richard Cipoli, John Alfred Clark, Chloe Kofini, Stone Kofini, Victor Manuel Conchi, Megan Irene Condon, Shane William Condon, Thomas W. Curry, Molly Kate Darcy, Sambas Das, Nicholas Joseph DiGiotani, Hope Nicole DiGenova, Carly Frances D. Nawaya, William James DeSapio, Adam R. Dingman, Brandon Ephraim Dutan Guartan, Christopher A. Falborn Jr., Gabrielle Denise Falcon, Kendra Maxine Falcon, J. Patrick Feltham, Janae Barbara Ferrante, Manuel Alejandro Figueroa Gomez, Fiona Pauline Flanagan, Kayla Marie Frazier, Michael John Frieri, Christopher James Fury, Marcellus Louis Gago, Ksenia Galitzin, Peter Galitzin, Julio Cesar Garcia Perez, Alice Mary Garvey, Connor Jordan Gavigan, Zachary Adam Gibbs, Rohan Kaustub Giradahan, Ashley Brooke Goldberg, Adam Victor Gomez, Kimberly Marisol Gomez, Michael Stephen Gomez Gonzalez, Laura Daniela Gonzalez, Sophia Gucias, Ralph Lawrence Graham, Melanie Rochelle Guaman, Kayla Ann Gutierrez, Maria Ann Heder, Dana Rose Haney, Justin Ronald Houghton, Jessica Catherine Hayes, Jolene Page Healy, Sasha Alexis Heron, Justin T. Hinckley, Maya Ann Holder, Joseph Francis Hudak, Samantha Huff, Jenna Nicole Huffnagel, Fatima Shema Iftikhar, Patrick Stephen Improti, Dante Giovanni James, Lydia Joji Jose, Dylan T. Jones, John Thomas Joyce, Jeremy Chan Kang, Nina Katz, Alexander Kazakov, Alicia Khan, John Joseph Kiernan, Ethan Ross Clayman, Ariana Nicole Neriam, Abigail Mackenzie Noble, Tracy Laura Koenig, Amal Joseph Koshi, Lily Anna Marie Cronung, Amin Kunatu, Jaden Tyler Legradell, Jake Derek Lee, Meredith Amber Lee, Sandra Noelia Lima Santos, Jocelyn Tamara Lemus, Joseph Stewart Lopez, Brendan Gerard Mackin, Ryan Michael McRobbie. Alexis Minato Zininen. Stephen Anthony Malzacker Jr. Rocco Anthony Marino. Jessica Zechariah Matthew. Julie Ann Matthew. Lexi Marie Mason. Kenia Roxana Mazariego Martinez. Anthony Mazzaro. Francis McCabe Jr. Alexander Patrick McLaughlin. Joseph Augusto Merritt. Alex Mizharumbe. Jason Leonel Morales. Julio Cesar Morales Castilla. Caroline Grace Moran. Kathleen Nicole Moran. Amanda Nicole Morgan. Alexa Marie Munoz. Ryan Kirk Murray. Daniel Najafi. Samantha Faith Namit. Kevin Vincent Newell. Thomas J. Newell. Tyler James Nicholson. Alexander Frank Nikak. Helen Patricia O'Flynn. Jenna Lynn Olson. Anthony O'Munson. Julia Claire O'Sullivan. Matthew Jacob Padayati. Darius Alexander Palmer. Nicholas Palumbo. Ariana May Pines. Mary Elizabeth Papacina. Fiona Mary Peterson. Kathleen Mary Peterson. Aria Phillips. Taylor Nicole Plunkett. Valerie Catherine Portell. Josiah Ramel Pratt. Aiden Robert Preston. Connor James Riley. Madison Lorraine Remigio. Timothy James Richards. Joshua Michael Rivera. Matthew Joseph Rivera. Jaire Alicia Rodriguez. Haley Eva Rotman. Nicholas Vittorio Russo. Jillian Lee Ryan. Muhammad Saeed. Sanaya Mariam Saji. Catherine Sanchez Acevedo. Emma Rose Shepis. Do Young Shin. Katrina Teresa Suriban. Tara Danielle Slynn. Melanie S. Sloan. Connor William Smith. Snehai Elizabeth Soji. Mary Carlina Soma. Emily Margaret Summer. Nicole Rose Spilatris. Robbie O'Donnell Stark. Molly Lindsay Stein. Alexander John Tamaji. Ryman Loon Tang. Angel Josu Torres Giron. Nathan J. Toussaint. Carol M. Chow. Brian Antonio Umana Cisneros. Lucas Matthew Vaco. Katie Lynn Van Schaik. And Shaji Varghese. Madeline Michelle Velasquez Tavares. Karen B. Villa. James Nathaniel Wongvapat. Joseph Jack Young. Timothy Patrick Zaduando. Vincent Wen Zum Zheng. Aisha Zia.
Welcome to the Nanuet High School graduation for the class of 2020. Dear class of 2020, on this, your commencement, your beginning, let me first thank those who have been crucial to your success today. First, your parents, guardians, and relatives who have been the backbone of your journey. They have been by your side, pushing, cajoling, and moving you toward today since your birth. Make sure that you thank them. Thank them for their hard work, for allowing you to live in the Nanuet School District. All those long hours they dedicated at work, all the sacrifices they made so that you could be here today. Please thank them. You did not do this alone. To your teachers, administrators, and Nanuet staff who have nurtured you, taught you, and guided you to this day. And we know they have been awesome and dedicated to making sure that you had the opportunity to succeed. So make sure you thank them. We are truly blessed to be in the Nanuet School District with the central office staff under the leadership of Dr. McCahill, Dr. Fox, and Mr. Spagnolo, who have been extraordinarily hardworking and dedicated in leading us through. And to our Nanuet School Board, who are a remarkable, dedicated group of people who are on this board so that our students can have the opportunity to be successful and our community is well represented. And of course, a special thank you to the graduating class. And you are a special class, and you have been a special class since the very beginning. You are a class that is united in your spirit. You are a class that is multi-talented. You're artists, musicians, athletes, academically gifted, and community-minded. And you are a class that is kind. You make us very proud. But you are a class that will make all of us better. So thank you. To this incredible class of 2020, it certainly has been a very challenging year. But you rose to the challenges. These last few months, however, do not define who you are or what you have accomplished. It is your value system that defines you. It is how you handle challenges that makes you who you are. This is your opportunity amidst the chaos to shine your light, to use your talents for the betterment of our community and our society. You now, more than ever, know the importance of family and friends and freedom. But out of disruptions and turmoil can come great good. It is up to you to make that happen. You have the opportunity to make a difference in our troubled world. And our world needs you. Our world needs your gifts and talents, now more than ever. And this is your generation's world to shape. Be courageous. Don't be afraid. Do what you know is the right thing to do, not just what feels good. Ground yourself by hard work and your passions to make this world a better place, because it is your world to shape. Don't forget about our democracy. It is so very precious to our future. Protect it. And don't forget those qualities you learned in kindergarten. Share well, take turns, play well in the sandbox, respect each other, respect yourself, be honest, be kind, and of course, have fun. You know, everyone, when they give speeches, have certain inspirations or quotes that they love to use because it expresses more fully what they feel. And my favorite is a quote by Michelangelo, and it goes like this: "The greatest danger for most of us lies in not setting our aim too high and failing, but setting our aim too low and achieving it." Let me repeat that. The greatest danger for most of us lies in not setting our aim too high and failing, but setting our aim too low and achieving it. So aim high, aim very high. Remember that childhood story of the little engine that could, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. That became, I knew I could, I knew I could, I knew I could. And we know you can. You can do this. Because your future is so bright. Commencement means beginning. You have a clean slate to begin again. Whether you are going on to higher education or into the military or into the workforce, be the best you that you can be. You can achieve your goals through hard work and perseverance. As you pass into adulthood, grab the future with both hands. We are so very proud of you. It is your time. Go. Make a difference. Congratulations.
Thank you to our board president, Ms. Ann Byrne, and the members of our Board of Education for your dedication and service to our proud school community. As a new superintendent, it has been an honor working beside you this entire year. To the parents and guardians, on behalf of our administrators, faculty, and support staff across the school district, thank you for your partnership, your trust, and the blessing of sharing what's most precious, your children. To our entire K-12 team of teachers, principals, and support staff, thank you all for all you have done in helping to raise this wonderful class and guiding them to their graduation day. The journey of growth for these young adults was built on your passion and service over the past 13 years. To Principal Mr. Mahoney, Assistant Principal Ms. DeGraw, and class advisors Ms. Hurtis and Ms. Tidd, thank you so very much for your leadership, your guidance, and your wisdom in helping these special students achieve this important milestone. And now to the class of 2020 and their families. For many of you, your journey through the Nanuet Union Free School District started 13 years ago. For others, you joined our family along the way. Our mission was to challenge you academically, ethically, physically, and emotionally, so that upon this day of graduation, you have a roadmap for your improvements, your strengths, and your interests. Challenging yourself in those ways by no means that it's over. You have a lifetime to continue to grow. You see, challenge is part of the human experience. You cannot control challenge, but you can control how you react to it. So as you prepare to leave us, you are faced with one of the most massive challenges in the history of humankind. How do you respond? How do you utilize the skills that we developed together throughout your journey here in Nanuet? Although your graduation is the furthest from typical or traditional, it is most powerful. It is powerful because it forever ties us together in history. Your parents, guardians, teachers, administrators, community members, and classmates all share this final lesson. How do we respond to this and pave a new way for humanity? As superintendent, I can speak for our entire school community when I say there is no braver class of young adults that we would want to walk side by side with as we enter this new chapter of all of our lives. So it is now my honor to make it official. On behalf of the Nanuet Board of Education and the entire school community, and by the authority granted to me by the Board of Regents of the State of New York, it is a privilege and an honor to declare you Nanuet Senior High School graduates of the very special class of 2020. Thank you and congratulations.
I would like to take a moment to grant an honorary diploma to a person who has dedicated over 25 years of exemplary service to this community. Hard work, leadership, vision, integrity, and respect are a few of the attributes possessed by this person. And I have had the pleasure of working with her over these many years. So it is my distinct pleasure, on behalf of the Board of Education, to bestow an honorary Nanuet diploma to Dr. Sarah Chauncey, a board member extraordinaire. Sarah, congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We finally made it. So on the count of 3, I invite you all to turn your tassel in celebration of our graduation and the past 4 years of hard work. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Come raise a song to Nanuet, no brighter star has risen yet in learning's ancient halls. Strong minds and bodies are our aim, good citizens will come to fame from
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place. How can we not talk about?
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time